August 7th, 2017. Okay, so my apartment is haunted by the ghost of a dead child who's trying to kill me. Adam Ellis posted his first tweet, and people immediately asked why he believed a child ghost was haunting his apartment. He explained that it all started with a dream, more specifically a sleep paralysis episode. The first time I saw him, I was experiencing sleep paralysis. I saw a child sitting in a green rocking chair at the foot of my bed. In his next tweet, Adam continued, he had a large deformed head with a dent on one side. I tried to illustrate him here. Adam attached a drawing. The figure in the picture was a boy with an oversized head, almost cartoonish, with a deep dent in the side. The boy's eyes were angry, staring. There was nothing friendly about him. Adam explained that in his dream, the boy rose from the chair and staggered toward his bed. Adam was paralyzed, unable to move. The boy kept approaching, but just before he reached Adam, he woke up. A few nights later, Adam had another dream, this time featuring a little girl. She approached him in what seemed to be a library and whispered, "You've seen Dear David, haven't you?" Adam replied, confused, "Who?" The girl insisted, "You saw him." She then told Adam that David was dead and that there were rules for communicating with him. He only appears at midnight. If you see him, you can ask him 2 questions, but only if you address him as Dear David. You must never ever ask him a 3rd question. If you do, he will kill you. Adam continued having dreams of David. The boy always appeared in the same green rocking chair, staring at him before rising to approach. Each time, Adam would wake up before David got too close. But eventually, his curiosity got the best of him. One night in his dream, Adam decided to ask David some questions. He wrote about it in 4 tweets. "In my dream, I said, 'Dear David, how did you die?' He mumbled, 'An accident. In a store.' I asked, 'Dear David, what happened in the store?' He answered, 'A shelf fell on my head.' Adam, feeling a strange sense of urgency, asked, 'Who pushed the shelf?' David didn't respond. Adam suddenly realized his mistake. He had just asked a 3rd question. The forbidden question. He woke up in terror. Even though he was frightened, Adam was also intrigued. He began searching archives and old newspaper articles, trying to find records of a boy who had died in a store accident. He tried searching for names similar to David, Daniel, Dylan, Devin, but found nothing. Not long after, the neighbors in the apartment above his moved out. Adam decided to take their place, relocating from his old unit to the one upstairs. For a while, things seemed normal. David did not appear in Adam's dreams. Adam even started to believe that maybe, by moving apartments, he had left David behind. But he was wrong. A few days after settling into his new home, he tweeted, "Lately, weird things have been happening." He attached a photo of his 2 cats sitting in front of his apartment door, staring intently at the threshold. "Every night for the past 4 days, my cats have been doing this, sitting at the front door at exactly midnight, just staring. Almost like something is on the other side." Adam tried looking through the peephole. He was certain he saw something moving outside. I opened the door and turned on the hallway light. Nothing was there. But my cats looked terrified. Their tails were fluffed up, and they wouldn't move away from the door. I think David found me again. I don't know what to do. I'll keep you all updated. That tweet was from August 7th, 2017. To that point, Adam had been recounting everything that had happened over the past few days. On August 8th and 9th, he posted an update. "For the past 6 nights in a row, my cats have gone to the door at exactly midnight and just stared at it." He attached another photo of one of his cats, along with a clock displaying the time, 12 a.m. He then uploaded a video of his cat, Maxwell, sitting at the door, meowing nervously and flicking his tail. Something is seriously wrong. Maxwell never acts like this. He seemed scared. Adam once again peered through the peephole. He saw nothing. Deciding to be brave, he took a picture through the peephole with his iPhone. The image was mostly dark, but there was something off about it. Just to be sure, he opened the door and took another picture of the hallway. There was nothing. But then he compared the two photos. Is it just me, or does something look weird in the first picture? The first image, the one taken through the peephole, appeared to show a faint mist or smoke near the staircase. People began replying to his tweet, trying to explain the phenomenon. Some suggested he had simply captured glare from the lens, while others insisted they saw something hiding in the shadows. Adam, now deeply unsettled, locked his door. I don't know what to do. My cat is still meowing at the door. I'm getting really scared. He attached another photo. His cat sitting in front of the door, its eyes glowing eerily due to the camera's flash. The next day, people urged Adam to take precautions. Some suggested he put a line of salt at the door, an old superstition meant to keep spirits out. Adam did it and posted a picture of his threshold lined with salt. Then, he decided to record his sleep using a sound-activated app. The app would only record when it detected noise. By morning, it had captured 33 audio clips. Most of them were just ordinary sounds. But one was strange. It had this weird static hum, and at one point I swear I heard footsteps. Later that day, Adam tweeted that he was leaving town for the weekend. He posted a picture of himself standing by the door, but followers quickly noticed something chilling. Behind him, reflected in the window, there was a shadowy figure. When Adam returned, he bought a Polaroid camera to document what was happening in his apartment. He took several pictures, his bedroom, the green rocking chair where David always appeared. Everything looked normal. Then he took a picture of the hallway. It was pitch black. Confused, he took another photo with his iPhone. That image looked completely normal. But the Polaroid? Still black. He tried again. Same result. Followers began analyzing the image, trying to enhance the darkness. What they found made Adam's blood run cold. A face. In the upper corner of the doorway, an eerie, childlike face stared out from the shadows. And in the middle of the doorway, a figure. Adam, terrified, performed a cleansing ritual with sage and tweeted, I haven't dreamed of dear David in a while. But last night he came back. In my dream, the room was filled with smoke. I could barely see, but David was there, sitting in the rocking chair. He looked smaller, weaker, almost sunken in on himself. He didn't speak. He just stared at me. Dear David had returned. For the next few days, Adam continued tweeting about new dreams involving David. I dreamt that David was dragging me through an empty warehouse. When he woke up, he found a strange mark on his arm, almost like a bruise. He posted a picture of it, the circular imprint standing out against his skin. Later that same day, he shared another photo, this time of a deserted warehouse. I've lived in this neighborhood for 4 years. This place used to be packed with people shopping every day. But today, when I walked by, it was completely empty. Or almost empty. I went inside to look, and the only thing left was a green chair. David always sat in a green chair. That night, Adam started receiving calls from a blocked number. It happened several times in one evening. First, he ignored them. But eventually, curiosity got the better of him. I picked up the phone but didn't say anything. I just listened. First, there was only a metallic humming noise. Then silence. And then, breathing. Soft. Shallow. Right there on the other end. His heart pounded. His mouth went dry. Just as he was about to hang up, a thin, distant voice whispered, Hello. It wasn't a question. It wasn't someone reaching out. It was a presence. Adam panicked and ended the call immediately. I don't know what to do, he tweeted later. I've locked every door and window. I've installed cameras in my apartment. But that didn't stop it. More things began to happen. Adam posted a video of the green rocking chair, the one David used to sit in, moving back and forth on its own. Twice. In the first clip, there was also a blue chair near the table, but in the second video it was gone. He hadn't noticed the difference until a follower pointed it out. His cat began acting strangely, sitting upright on its hind legs, scanning the room as if watching something invisible move around. Objects shifted. A glass on the table slid across the surface on its own. As Adam walked through the living room, a book fell from the shelf on the far side of the room. And then the nightmares started. He was lying next to me, staring, smiling. I screamed. But he just whispered, "It feels good." At night, Adam saw shadows outside his window as if someone was watching him. But he lived on the second floor. There shouldn't have been anyone there. He took photos. Every night, he snapped pictures of the darkness beyond the glass. And then one night he saw it. A small figure standing outside. A child. A boy with a dented skull. Dear David. Each night, Adam kept photographing the figure. And each night, the boy crept closer to the window. Until finally one night, David was inside. Adam posted a picture. A dimly lit room. A small, ghostly figure sitting across from him. Transparent, yet unmistakably real. Staring. Watching. Listening. Then came the noises from the ceiling. A loud thud above him, as if a bowling ball had been dropped onto the attic floor. His blood ran cold. Something was up there. The next day, he recorded himself investigating. The attic hatch was too high for him to reach, so he used a broom handle to push it open. The hatch creaked, swinging open slowly. And then something fell out. A small old shoe. A child's shoe. A second object followed, clattering onto the floor. A marble. Adam picked it up, turning it over in his hand. It had a dent, just like the boy's head. With the help of his followers, Adam uncovered something chilling. In 1921, a little boy between the ages of 5 and 7 had been found dead. Beaten. His skull crushed. Case had never been solved. Was this him? For a while, Adam posted less and less. He was exhausted. "I'm so tired," he wrote. So tired. But the activity hadn't stopped. He filmed the green rocking chair again. The images were darker this time, harder to see. But when his followers adjusted the brightness, they saw something horrifying. David was there, sitting in the chair. In each frame, he moved slightly. David climbing down from the chair. David crawling toward the bed. David gripping the edge, pulling himself up. David getting into bed. The final image was almost too dark to make out. But in the corner of the frame, there was something. A small, pale head. Sparse, thin hair barely covering the scalp. Adam stopped tweeting for a while. When he finally responded to worried messages, his reply was simple. "It feels good."
That's it for tonight's tale. But don't worry, there's always more where that came from. Be sure to stay tuned for even more nerve-thrilling horror stories every single week. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and join us here at the Hollow Horror. You won't want to miss what's coming next. Until then, stay safe. Or stay scared. See you next time.